to other people, you're interrupted.
Daddy Mukluk, not only Army and Colonel Sanders a thing, he took me home and tucked me into bed. I woke up a little sore, but I am not sure why, and I have a slight limp.
The limp was because the spork monster bit me 3 times and spit hot gravy on me. Get your mind out of the gutter. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. I know that infusion anywhere. It's Colonel Sanders. He's got a horse. He's arriving at school. Run to him. You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movements surprise the horse and it rears up, kicking you in the face. Are we dead? The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, Daddy Mukluk, I am here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It's important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. That poor guy. Aw, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Freaking chicken smelling mother mucker. Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. Dude, he walked up, he's like, what do you have to say? And you're like, your horse has nice feet. And he's like, that's what I thought. And then he just left. Even if it wasn't his fault, no apology, no, are you okay, dog? Like, nothing. Leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley Egg, and I'm not calling her name properly ever, gent, and Van Van, who are doing something bad. But the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder. But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Ashley Egg, why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? I guess that insult works? I don't know. It's not worth saving. Act like you're not interested, but try to get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Dude, your cooking killed a man yesterday. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. Yeah, I know the word. I'm not saying it. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley Egg immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book, they've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry, he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzzwomp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Oh, he's crying. Verbs. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Oh, nice. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Dude, you're gonna have scoliosis. You keep standing like that. Ashley Egg's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He is a professor, but also he is a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Wait, what? We're just gonna reach out and just touch the teacher? Sprinkle stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down, off toppin'. What? Hang on. Off toppin' is German for top up. What? It's German for top up. Down boy, down, top up. What? That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, you truly do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Daddy Mukluk? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? I'm not gonna eat a dog biscuit. Glass of water seems pretty lame. The pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat.
You are not prepared.
The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh, you must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Sorry, I think I've got spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, it'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you must... you feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. What? Why did you stick it in front of me? You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch! Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. She's got like a chain with a heart on her knife. You're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool! Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Daddy Mukluk. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Then a huge red light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Awoo. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. Yeah, well, those thigh highs are under pressure. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. It always boils 100 seconds after you turn the heat on. Celsius, that's right. How would you have even gotten to school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he use? 11. That's right. You may not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Toriko said gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley Egg is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. What is it, like the plane of chickens? Now would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? Oh, I didn't pick anything. That's wrong. This is a horrible time to start forgetting important things. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong. Crap. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Daddy Mukluk. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy tell what? What were you thinking? Get your mind back to the competition. Grr, you're standing on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry. We're getting married. Wait, what's this countdown? Woof, woof, you're really struggling to keep up. At the next station, Ashley Egg has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. I bet it was Clank. Yikes. Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Wah. You might not have any hands, but Daddy Mukluk does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Oh my god. Daddy Mukluk, no! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. What? Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad, and here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Daddy Mukluk's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find an array of delights taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Daddy Mukluk to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden beneath. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquet, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream two ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley Egg? Oh, you, hee hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger onto his lips, Ashley Egg leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Yo, I'm Roy now. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley Egg are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You tried. How long have I been doing this monster truck voice? Monster jam. I was doing it during the intense part and I forgot to stop. But he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. Is that what the kids call it these days? I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. He's unfazed by the fryer comment. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. It wasn't always the man you see before you enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived. For a while, anyhow. Yo, I'm sorry. Because the story takes place at, like, college, I was thinking that this was, like, they were all, like, 19 years old. How old are you in this story? That's history? Wait, that's history? Did KFC Colonel shoot someone? Before he found success with his 11 herbs and spices, he once shot a business rival in a gunfight that took place over vandalized signs. Okay, alright, he's hardcore. Okay. I didn't know, nor did I. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. Careful, that's how I lost my eyebrows. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepared for the worst. It's the Spork Monster! Gorko, the Spork Monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge him. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think we'd have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Daddy Mukluk is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose? We really don't need to fight? It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes you, and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this delicious creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once. Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. We've got a Guardian Spork Monster Angel now, chat. I gotta say, about half this story is extremely predictable. The other half is a Bollywood fever dream. And I like how quickly it's going back and forth between one and the other. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Daddy Mukluk. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. This guy on a camel? I guess. Dude, he's got a goatee as a baby, chat. He has a goatee and a mustache as a baby. And he's holding a drumstick. Kentucky. Chicken. Probably a chicken-flavored scented candle over here. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you ever been working on any new recipes on your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy, or perhaps both. Now you've got him right where you want it. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret, just for you? He kept his thing secret. I don't know if we should play hard to get. I think I'm gonna play hard to get, chat. He trusted you with some. He trusted me with 1/11 of his secret. Actually, I've said too much. Please, forget I ever said anything. You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating in his chest. He tries to act demure, but his facade begins to crack. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many. Nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you could learn to trust me with yours. Well, I suppose you did share a secret ingredient with me yesterday, so it'd be only fair. His face grows serious. Ah, yes, about that. You see... Yes, Colonel? I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was a fake. Oh man, what if we had told it to, our childhood friend, giving her if either one was fake. Oh no, the ingredient you shared with Miriam, it wasn't true? Well, yeah, I told Miriam Eye of Newt. We knew it wasn't true. You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact that you revealed his secret shows he was probably right to do so. I didn't reveal his secret. This is wrong dialogue. Chip, it's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know if they can hear you over the music, buddy. Very loud Kentucky Fried music going on right now. I gotta say, chat, I haven't had KFC in like a year, because there's not really one nearby, but this game is making me want some. It is successfully making me want to go to KFC. You mean it wasn't one of the real 11 secret herbs and spices? You see, we had only just met, and I had to make sure you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless. Well, I have something to confess. The secret ingredient you told me, I didn't though! I didn't! I told her a fake! I shared it with Miriam, my bestie. Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed, but now that you've come clean, we could start building our relationship as fellow chefs again. I promise to be honest from here on out. I really do. I'm counting on you. Then in that case, I present to you my original coleslaw. I was wondering what other KFC dish was going to come up. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux Hideaway. Magnificent. Okay, did we just have a pocket of coleslaw? Like Napoleon Dynamite? And we just like reached in our pocket and just scooped out some slaw and we're like, I present to you my pocket lint. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a sporkful, remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Is that an urn? Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From goatee to mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be the Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." You know what would be hardcore? If it's the ashes of the guy he shot. Poor guy. Tap on an item to discover more. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake. The summer of '69. Nice. No, it's one of the secret ingredient recipes. It's... Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. No, I don't! I don't do that! The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. He is gonna walk in and see this, and it's gonna be so creepy. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh my god. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. I think honesty is the best policy. Sorry, I'm a total creep and you smell nice. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Daddy Mukluk? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Wait, so we made a big show of running to the door and then just stopped and said, never mind? Dream sequence. This reminds me of the the spider with a machine gun in Star versus the Forces of Evil, he would scream, "War cry!" as he was firing